Power 105.1. By the way, Trevor Jackson is here today.
What up, what up? Hold the applause, guys.
From Indiana.
Indiana, your favorite place.
My favorite place. The funny thing, he came in and told me he's from Indiana. I don't know. I know people from pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
I know no one from Indiana.
Well, now you know me.
Put me on to something.
Indianapolis. NASCAR, which I'd never been to. Lucas Oil Theater, which is great, where the Colts play.
That's all you got? Is that really
Cracker
all you got?
Barrel. That's everywhere.
That's everywhere. That doesn't count.
I love Cracker Barrel.
But you left.
Oh, Long's Donuts.
What is that?
Those are the best donuts, better than Krispy Kreme, better than anything Winchell's, any donut you've ever had. Long's Donuts, people wait in line around the corner in the snow for this place.
And that's the only place
you can only get in Indiana.
Okay, so if I make it there to Indiana.
Long's Donuts.
This is what I'm
regular
doing.
Glazed.
Okay. You from a small town?
I'm from Greenwood area. And me too. Look, I'm doing it too. I don't know. That's what they told me. I was from there. Yeah, Greenwood area, I think.
But you left early, right?
Yeah, I left when I was like 8 years old, and I went on tour with the Lion King for like 3 years. The Broadway
Amazing.
show.
What age?
I was 8.
8
so
years
8
old.
to 11, I did that, and that's kind of what inspired me to do what I'm doing now. It kind of entertained. So then moved to LA.
Yeah, because you had to get it popping.
Been there ever since.
How did you get that at 8?
I auditioned 5,000 kids. It was in Chicago. I was actually too young. She had called. My mom had called. They're like, we'd like to be 9, but I had just turned 8. And she was like, I'm taking you. So she drove me.
You were probably so cute.
Had a big old head and big old ears. Finally grew into those, thank God. But no, she drew me to Chicago, and I auditioned, and I got it. And it's crazy because the year before that, I had seen the same kid that I ended up replacing on that show, which is kind of wild, full circle type vibe.
And you've been working ever since?
Yeah, no, I moved to LA, didn't work for like the first 2-3 years, and it's slowly but surely. So my first TV appearance ever was on Cold Case. I was 13. Did some Harry's Law, did Eureka on the Sci-Fi Channel. I've done a bunch of guest spots. And I got signed to Atlantic when I was 15 years old.
As an artist, as a
singer. And then, I just left them like last year. So I'm hype.
That's pretty great. And you're having a really great moment now.
It's fun. It's all the things I've been working towards kind of happening at one time.
So I stumbled upon Burning Sands because...
Dramatic.
I know.
Very dramatic.
It was very dramatic, but Rotimi is a friend of ours.
Yes, love Rotimi.
So I didn't know anything. I didn't even know what the movie was about. I just watched it because Rotimi had a new movie. It was on Netflix, so let's see what this movie is about. And so I was blown away because I didn't know what... You know what I mean? And it was so heavy and so deep, and you were so good. And then I was like, who is he?
Thank you so much.
Like, your face did look familiar, but I didn't really know much about you.
Yeah.
But that movie made me care. Like,
Thank you.
Who is he? What is he doing next?
Yeah, no, that was amazing. I was going to quit acting before I did American Crime, which I did right before Burning Sands. Because, a lot of no's. I was just like, man, I just want to focus on music. So I go in, I get American Crime, and I fell back in love with acting and just the whole art of it, the directing, everything. So then
That's where I had seen you before Burning Sands, American Crime. Right.
So then I did Burning Sands, and I went to Sundance, and then that's how I met Kenya. Met Kenya at Sundance, and he had seen the movie, and he was like, I want to work with you. And before I had even met him, I was like, God, please, next job, I don't want to cry anymore. I just want to do
But you're so
something
good at
Thank
it.
you. Right.
But you're doing so well.
Thank you. I was like, I just want to do some uplifting, just not, because it lingers on you. Like, I'll be leaving and just like mean, because I've just been mad all day. But yeah, so it's good to be on a set with people that are like, fun and have a good time.
Happy.
Superfly was fun too.
Joyful. But what was that like after Burning Sands come out? Did you get mixed? Because people are very passionate about that.
A lot of people were very upset. And here's what I tell all those people, because a lot of people hate it until they saw it. But my thing is, it's just like if you were to tell a story about an NBA player who uses steroids. Not all NBA players use steroids, but some of them might, and we're telling that story.
Right.
So it's not saying everybody does this, but there are people. The river that we shot at the beginning of that movie, 3 people died because they were pledging, a certain
it's not
fraternity.
a fantasy
and they were like,
story.
they were like, well, go across the river, and they drowned. The real story. 3 guys drowned in that river at the beginning of the movie.
Right.
So it's like, yo, come on.
You're telling one.
You gotta wake up.
You're telling one story.
Yeah.
And it was super powerful.
Thank you, Gerard. Kudos to Gerard, the director and writer.
Yeah.
Because he actually did pledge. He's a Q dog, and so it was very cool.
And then when did you know you were getting grownish? When did you get that information?
So I met Kenny, and he was like, "Come audition." I auditioned, and then he gave it to me.
On the spot?
No, not on the spot. But I kind of knew because we had been talking about it. So after I auditioned, he wanted to see me, and then like the next day. He kind of told me.
That's pretty great.
It was amazing.
How's the show going?
I love it, man.
It's so good.
And the greatest part about it is that it's well written, and that's all I really care about. Because you don't have to act when you have good lines. You don't need to act. You just say the lines, and it turns out great. So kudos to the team of writers.
Do you feel like you have this like responsibility to like rep a whole generation? Because I feel like that show is like
Kind of.
You know what
but
I mean?
I try not to think about whatever I think about is whatever's in front of me. Kill it. I try not to think about too far ahead. And
it's a good plan.
Yeah, it drives you crazy, really, when you think about
it. And so, but then there's the music. So you're music first, acting second. Do you feel like both equal?
Both of them have saved me at one point in time. When I wasn't doing one, I was able to do the other. But it's funny because all of it kind of mimics each other. Of it being that place of becoming a man and becoming an adult, not fully knowing who you are and embracing that. That's why I called it rough drafts, because I feel like social media, we're all trying to we see people perfect, their highlight reel.
It's horrible.
We're all striving to be that, and I'm like, I've learned that I had to embrace all the confusion, all the uncertainty, all the hard times of my life, mistakes that I've made. I've embraced it.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
21.
And so I feel like, you're not gonna get your final draft the first time. It's gonna take a couple goes at love, at whatever it may be. You're gonna fuck up a couple times, and then you'll finally.
I'm not 21, and I still fuck up.
You know what I mean? All the time. So that's what rough drafts represents, and I made it all in my living room. Wrote every record.
Directed the video.
Directed all the videos. Edited the videos, and played guitar. I was super inspired by Prince. That's why the lettering is the way that it is on the album cover, because. Like I told you, I was signed when I was 15, told what to wear, what video to do, what song to sing, how to look, talk like this, be like, hold on, am I even myself anymore, Yes. So that's kind of what this album is just being like, yo.
Trying to figure it out.
I can be me. And everything, like I said, I pinned, and I just want to be more authentic.
Good for you, baby.
Than're
it's going to change, and by the time you're 25,
exactly.
Like,
and I'll be like, Road Jazz Part 2, Road Jazz Part 3.
Yeah.
Revisions.
It's funny you say that about social media, because I think about that all
the
time.
I hate it so much.
I hate, there's moments where I'm like, I'll find something lovely on it, or somebody will do something that's special. But, for the most part, I worry about people who grow up in the age that's all you know.
I know people can't even watch. I'm a movie buff just because I'm an actor, but people can't, they don't watch movies. They can't sit there and watch and intake, and that's what I feel like. Not just social media, but
what is that?
Music.
Is that it's like ADD? It's like your.
It's because you're getting it like this, and it lasts 15 seconds. Okay, I'm entertained. Next thing. So even with music, it's like, music used to be such a spectacle back in the day because it wasn't out all the time, and somebody put something out, and that was it. But now that there's so much, it's like you can find a good song anywhere. So now it's not even about that. Now we got to sell your social media. Now you got to sell your personality or your. You know what I mean? It's not about the music anymore. So that's kind of unfortunate.
Her was here the other day. She was talking about the same thing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, but it's what we do, and we can still kill it. I feel like do it right.
So you got to play the game, right?
Got to kind of.
Because you do have social media. Yeah, I follow you on social media. I know you have an Instagram.
Yeah, got to do it.
What are you gonna do? You can't not be down. You cannot be part of it, right?
Yeah.
Do you find but how do you? But is your brain that way too? Like, can you sit and watch a movie?
Yeah,
can
I'm a movie. I make people watch movies. I'm
okay.
Like, yo, movies.
So how do you do that? How do you keep your brain balanced enough?
Because I'm always I don't watch movies like movies anymore. I'm like, okay, who shot this? How did they shoot it? Why did they choose this shot? This
so you're as crazy as everybody else. Your
brain
brain's going as fast as everybody else.
In the same zone though. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's why I want to direct, because I love movies, for sure.
That's great. All right, so what do people need to know? Album?
Superfly.
June
15th. Remember the old movie, Superfly?
Yeah, they're redoing it. Wow.
So I'm playing Priest. I'm playing Superfly.
Wait, Little X directing this, isn't he? Yes.
Everyone's calling him Little X. Is that his name?
Oh, X. He used to be Little X. He's
For real?
X. The
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
He's the Director X is what he says, and that's what I was like, all right.
Because that's the grown-up, evolved version.
Little X?
What he used to be when he was out here. When he was out here directing hip-hop rap videos, he was Little X, the director.
No, that's. I'm gonna call him.
No, don't do that.
He'll be mad.
He'll be like,
but yeah, he's directing it.
Now.
He's directing Joe Silver.
He was Little before Lil Yachty and Lil Dex and Lil.
What about Lil Wayne?
He was Little X, I think, before Lil Wayne.
Really?
Yeah, or about the same time.
Okay, all right.
They would have to battle it out.
I have to see who has the title of Lil.
I'm not really sure. Today is actually National Change Your Name Day.
Really?
I don't know. So super random, because I guess people
don't like their name,
have ADD, and they're over their names.
Do you ever forget names? Forget someone's name that you should know their name, and what's your excuse if you do that?
Every single day of my life, I do that.
I'd be like, I'm connected to you, not your name. Your name is just it's how people judge you. If I told you my name was Muhammad, you'd have a bunch of things about me before you knew me. So just connect to me.
Do you break into that whole description when
and it works every time? They're like, oh my God, you're right. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Don't ever try that shit with me. I ever see you somewhere, you're like, yeah.
Hey, right? It starts with an A, something like that.
You run down that whole Muhammad thing.
You might work on it. You don't know. I'm not in my element right now.
It'll never ever work. I just be like, hey, you
dude.
What's
So good to see you.
Good to see you. I go with the you. I
Yeah.
emphasize on
You.
the you. Yeah, that's all I do. All right, so Superfly, you're in
Superfly.
that.
Joe Silver is producing it, who
By the
produced
way,
Matrix.
when I heard that they were doing Superfly, I got concerned because it could be cheesy,
course,
right?
of course.
It could be, in theory, cheesy.
Yes.
But I happened to see, I guess he or somebody did like a taste reel. I saw like a sizzle,
trailer or
something for when they were pitching it.
Yeah.
And I thought, now I see it.
I did all my own stunts. I have to say that too,
You
because
did?
I'm still sore from it. I
I
didn't
got
do the car
excited
stuff.
when I saw the little trailer.
Yeah, I didn't do all the car stuff, but
teaser.
all the fight scenes, and I'm thrown up against the wall and stuff, like all that stuff was real.
Because you're in your video, you do the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I've been doing martial arts for like 8 years, so it's cool that I got to kind of
like if
showcase.
how good are you? Like you could flip over the table.
Yeah, I could do like a backflip. This is too short though. I would hit this top.
Okay, I don't sure we have insurance.
Yeah, but no, that was
but
super
you do
cool.
like backflips and
Yeah,
really
big boys in it. Michael K. Williams, Esai Morales, a lot of dope legends in the game, and they could have been digs. They were all very nice. I have to say that because I met a lot of older people that have been in the game longer and have a lot of things on the belt. They just were rude, but these guys were
and they were dicks. Really?
Yeah.
Why? You're like a nice young man.
That's what I'm saying.
Why would they be
That's
like
what I'm saying. I only get mad when people are mean to me because I'm like, I'm so nice. I was like, you must have something going on.
What's wrong with you?
For real. But yeah, no, they were just super uplifting.
That's so weird that that's your experience.
Yeah, a lot of people. And
wait, you said Big Boy? Who else?
Big Boy, Michael K. Williams from The Wire.
Love Michael.
Yeah, Esai.
And Big Boy. And Big Boy's actually a really good actor,
yeah,
an
he's
underrated actor.
He's great.
Yeah.
Esai Morales.
Yes.
Jason Mitchell from Straight Outta Compton, Mudbound. He plays Eddie, who's my best friend, and we're kind of like, going throughout this whole journey together.
That's a great cast.
Yeah, no, we all fell in love with each other. We're like I was like, bro, we've known each other forever, it feels like.
But is Superfly like funny, or is it like?
No. There's funny moments, but it's
not like a spoof.
No.
Superfly.
It's an action movie, and that's what I want to make sure too is that we're not remaking it. It's the same story, same title, but we're doing it very modernized. 2018, Future's doing the soundtrack, and it's just done in Atlanta, so it's different.
That all
got my hair
good.
slicked back.
Really?
You saw it in the trailer?
I didn't see that. No, I didn't see it.
We gotta pull it up. It's just all straightened out.
Wow.
Real pimpish.
Were you in the streets like that? We're walking around the streets after your shooting?
Yeah.
What?
But I had a hat on. Sometimes I take it up like, who was that guy? And what is his problem? Guys, it's a movie. I would never actually do this. Relax. Seriously, I got it a couple times.
I bet that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Aw. All right, so when does that come out?
June 15th.
June 15th.
June 15th.
Oh, that's soon.
Soon.
Oh, we're
around
here.
the corner.
All right, so we'll probably start seeing.
I'm probably gonna come back. That's
I would love that, and maybe with some of the cast, and you'll come with Little X.
Yes, Little X. That's crazy. Why did I not know?
Please search Little X videos.
I will.
So the next time, so you could see the next time you see him, And I wish I knew because I'm terrible at like name dropping off the top. But he's done like a slew of
amazing
like
videos. I know
hip hop videos as Little X, the director.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's crazy.
Yeah, you should throw that around.
How about you? Your life is good. You're happy.
Me, I am. I'm good. I was. Yeah.
You look like you're glowing a little bit.
Thank you, man. I'm good. I had a good weekend.
Awesome.
I went to a little quinceañera. Have you been to a quinceañera?
I have. I often fall in love with.
You're probably a big hit at the quinceañeras.
I often fall in love with Hispanic descent. I'm half Puerto Rican.
But
my mom was adopted by all white people from Kentucky. And therefore, yeah.
Wait, what
So she doesn't know a lick of Spanish. She can't roll her
So your
R's.
mom was adopted by white people.
My mom was adopted by white people in Los Angeles, which is my family, my grandmother. I love you very much.
Yeah, we don't mean to call you
but
just
we
a
just
white
call you
person.
white people
Your
as if
grandma.
you don't matter. You matter a lot. But yeah, so she adopted.
So your grandparents were white. They adopted your mother, who's Puerto Rican.
Who's Puerto Rican and Mexican Indian.
And married had a baby with
had a baby with a very black man.
Very black man.
Yeah, my dad.
Okay.
Very black guy. Love him very much. Yeah, so them two together, me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Still together?
Indiana, no.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Far from that.
Far from that. That's all she said to me. It's like, you're acting like your father. That's her favorite line. You're just like your dad. I love it.
Where's your father from?
My dad was born in Marion, Indiana.
Got it.
But all his family's from Louisiana.
Got it.
You know? So
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an interesting background.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm like half Puerto Rican, but don't know a lick of Spanish. It's horrible.
I am 3/4 Puerto Rican.
Quiero que venga aquí, por favor. That's about it.
My Spanish is not much better than yours.
Wait, what did you say you were again?
3/4 Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican, what else?
Dominican and Cuban.
Dominican.
And my Spanish is not better than yours.
Dominican, that's...
I
got a weak weak spot for that.
Do you?
A lot of my exes are Dominican.
A lot of them. How many
I'm
are?
kidding. There's not a lot. I was just joking.
You're so not kidding.
Totally kidding with you guys.
You're a fan. You're a favorite of the young ladies.
Hey, man. Why'd you look over?
I wanted to see if any of them were hanging out lingering outside. Lingering.
Yeah.
And you're probably getting a lot more attention too now with this show. And, yeah. How you dealing with that?
It hasn't changed much. If you're talking about women, it's kind of always been.
Really?
But it's, you know.
You've been on the road. You've been grinding since you're 8 years old, so they've been around. So you're used to the attention.
I love women. They help a man be a man. We're nothing without the women of today. You know what I mean?
What?
You saw the eye look?
Was that a prepared statement?
No, it wasn't, but it sounded really good. That's why I was like, oh, I surprised myself.
Prepared statement.
What would we be without the young
I would
women?
imagine for a 21-year-old young man, you have to kind of like.
It's difficult.
It can easily consume a lot of your time.
Yeah.
And energy. How do you deal with that?
Music.
Okay.
I feel like I just try and dive into all that, and I'm telling you, life. The amount of pain and happiness and joy and all of that I felt within, you know, relationship-wise, I've been able to get through it because of music. Honestly, because I would be a depressed, crazy person.
Really? Why?
Just because I feel like it's hard. You know what I mean?
Life,
love, lose,
relationships. Yeah.
I mean, all of it's hard, but look at the good part of it, and it doesn't seem as hard.
That's nice of you to say. That's important for you to say that too, because people look at your life and think your life is probably.
Yeah, of course. But that's what I'm saying. The highlight reels on the Instagram, we got to stop it, man. We're all people.
Are you sharing the hard stuff too on Instagram?
No.
Well,
purely promotion for the album, Rough Drafts, movie, Superfly. No, but
you will not see him in his down.
Here's why I don't do that, and because I know a lot of people around me who are like literally, and I can't be around and hang out with people that's this all the time, and most people that we love and I'm with them, and this is all they do is this, going through looking at comments. And what I've realized is these people truly get affected by that because they've given everything to people. So if you give people everything, they have the ability to control everything that goes on with you. So I don't feed them things that that you can control. You gotta save some of yourself for you, otherwise you'll be empty. Honestly.
Yeah, no, that's good advice.
So you can't do that.
Okay, I hope everybody has taken heed to the internet advice served up today by Mr. Jackson.
Mr. Jackson and Miss Martinez.
Yeah,
sounded good together, actually. You're married, damn
it. Yeah, and I'm
sorry about that. Happily married.
Probably could be friends with your Puerto Rican raised by 2 white parents mom.
But you're not. So. I'm joking.
It's really cute. So
really cute.
It's really cute. So June 15th.
June 15th.
Superfly. What about the music? Where do they get the music?
The music. Rough Drafts Part 1. You can get that on all platforms.
Yes.
iTunes. The music video Apocalypse is out, which I directed. Got 2 more videos dropping soon.
Grownish.
Grownish. Season 2 I start filming this year.
Yay.
The end of this year. And yeah, hopefully some more stuff.
It got picked up for like a couple, right? Didn't it? Yeah. So you're going to be on TV
excited.
for a while.
Yeah. It's good though. Like I said, being able to work with people like that, it doesn't feel like work.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
You too. Thanks for having me.
I would love to do this again when Superfly is out.
Please, no, let's do it. You should get Jason. Me and Jason should go.
Love that.
Me, Jason, and Michael. We're a mess together.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
it's a plan. One time, Mr. Jackson, everybody. Trevor Jackson.
Thank you, guys.
Spot 105.1.